Chiquilla, it's your boy Fist in his house, bringing another great edition of Black Ops 2 for me to you, because that's what I do. Ground war, kill confirmed, on your favorite map, Turbine, using the Mtar silenced with the stock, and my setups are the same as yesterday on the M27. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, fisticuffs, the M27 is so weak. Let me explain something to you. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you. Now, when you use the Mtar and the, like my hybrid, I call these my hybrid weapons because they're really short. They're short, maneuverable. I like these two weapons. If I were to say what were the two best weapons and the reasons why, you know, one of them would be the M27. And a lot of people have this bad habit. Let me tell you the reason why. You might not think the weapons are good, but let me tell you why the M27 is one of the better weapons. For one, everybody has a bad habit of aiming at the feet, and then the muzzle lift raises up and they just aim for the feet and spray, and that's it, you know, with an assault rifle, and they kill them. But the M27 delivers the same type of damage in the multiplier on the head, and it kills people. So if you're a person that is getting tired of not being rewarded for shooting at the head and having people die, then use the M27 because it has zero recoil. It's kind of like the ACR. You know, you're just gonna have to, you know, shoot them in the head and use the stock from going to side to get out of that situation. Here's the issue that I have with Black Ops 2. I'm losing my voice because I raged all day on Black Ops 2. And it's like I came to this realization. The game is incomplete. Most Call of Duties are incomplete because they don't beta test it with the people who actually love to play their game. They pay these testers and they're just yes men. And see what happens is, if you look at the maps and then you look at the weapons, the maps and the weapons do not go together. Like 60% of the assault rifles are useless, and they even nerfed them to make them worse. For example, the 5.56. If you put it on the auto selector, the muzzle lift is ridiculously so. I mean, all the assault rifles have a high rate of fire, and the muzzle lifts are crazy. So when you look at the maps and you're playing on small to medium maps and there's tons of head glitching areas, there's no point in using an automatic weapon because you have to burst fire in order to get the headshot on somebody that's head glitching. So when I say the maps and the guns don't go together, those are the reasons why. The assault rifles are rendered useless for this reason alone, because of the muzzle lift on the automatic assault rifles is so fast that you cannot get a clear shot on somebody that's head glitching. And then if you get penalized because the mobility's minus 5% on the assault rifles, so you can't battle an SMG because you're always getting flanked. And if you do battle an SMG player, then you know, you would think because of the SMG has no recoil and it's off the hip ridiculous. I mean, you have to put shots on a person. You can't do that with an assault rifle. It's impossible to lock on to somebody. Like, so the point being is this, is that I think the maps were made first with the intentions of, let's make good maps, and then we're just gonna dump a bunch of weapons on there, and then without any regards to like testing it with the public. So that's why you're seeing this hybrid weapon of a Peacemaker. It's the realization from the developers and David Vonderhaar that the assault rifles are not being used in our game because we didn't take that into consideration the way people play with the SMGs. The SMGs rule this game. And don't get me wrong, I love SMGs. But the point of having 9, I think it's 9 assault rifles, and maybe 4 are relevant. The AN-94, the M27, the Mtar, and the FAL, and maybe the M8. You know, and that's it. I mean, the other ones, you really have to post up. And if you're posting up with an assault rifle, then you're going to get punished by an SMG player who outflanks you. So it's like, the assault rifles are almost irrelevant in some sense. I mean, if you look at the most purest form of the game, and you watch professional players, they rarely use the assault rifles. I mean, they use one, it's the FAL, that's it. I mean, what does that tell you? I mean, that was a consideration of, we built the maps, we didn't take the weapons into consideration before we built the maps. And now it's too late. It's already done. And so that's why I'm kind of frustrated. Because I'm like, okay, I read the attachment, it says grip. Grip says, specifically says, reduces recoil while aiming down the sight. So I grab the SCAR, I'm shooting down the sight, and it doesn't change anything. The only thing the grip does is it reduces recoil on the last third of the ammo in the clip after, you know, while you're shooting. So let's say you got 30 bullets, you get down to the last 10 bullets out of the 30. Then you will not have any recoil. That's it. So it's like you're giving me no recoil. It should say grip. 1/3 recoil, or 1/3 recoil reduced on bottom third of ammo in clip. It's what it should read. So the Mtar is an overall great assault rifle. I call it my hybrid. It doesn't have that much recoil, and I consider, and when you're talking about automatic assault rifles in this game, you're talking about hitting people in a glitch spot using an automatic. If I were to burst, why would I use a burst weapon? Why wouldn't I use a burst weapon instead of an automatic? You see the difference there? So it's like the premise should say, okay, if somebody's head glitching, why would I use an automatic weapon if it muzzle lifts? Then I should just use, it should be a math problem with a premise on it. Then why shouldn't I just use an assault? Why shouldn't I just use an assault rifle that bursts only, or a one-shot rifle? Because that's it. I mean, you're losing it. There's so much that you don't get for that rifle. You have to like micromanage what you're getting here. So if you get a weapon that has no recoil, then you want to aim for the head. I see a lot of people, they aim for the feet or aim for the stomach, and then the muzzle lift rewards them from just, you know, going off. But you're not going to get the aim for the head and the feet because there's too many people glitching. Because that's the way the maps were built, with that intention in it. So the Mtar for me, 76 and 10. Like for you guys out there to build yourself and your confidence up, I highly suggest the M27 and the Mtar. Aim for the head. You don't get that too much recoil. The AN-94 is like that as well. The other assault rifles, I'm sad to say, is that they need to re-examine it, and that's why they're bringing in a hybrid weapon, because they didn't test out the game with the public. And that's what it should have been like that. The hybrid Peacemaker matches the maps and the idea, which the majority of the assault rifles do not. Anyways, until next time, it's your boy Fist. Peace. I'm out.